What's up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3 reasons why skipping meals is hurting your fat loss goals. And I'm super excited to talk about this topic. After talking with a lot of people in the world of sports and just sales altogether, this seems like a very common thing. And I'm going to share with you the 3 things you can do today to start to accelerate your fat loss results without skipping meals. And for some of you who are maybe new to my world or maybe don't know who I am just yet, my name is Tyler Jones, and I was a former sports sales executive for about a year in the NFL. And guys, when I first started in sports sales, I also am guilty as this. I skipped meals a lot. Just from drinking a lot of caffeine, which suppresses, your hunger if you didn't know, makes you super dehydrated so you don't want to eat, and just being stuck on the grind. I just felt like all my time had to go to making a bunch of dials, sending a bunch of emails, trying to get prospects in the door, and having to make a bunch of sales so I didn't fall short on the leaderboard, especially when I was competing for a promotion at the next level, guys. And like I said, I was doing it unintentionally. I know people say, oh, intermittent fasting. Skipping meals is different than intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is eating within a specific time window. Skipping meals is just you skip meals pretty much all day and maybe eat like light food or snack throughout the day, but you don't really eat actually well-rounded meals, again, because you're stuck on the grind. So intermittent fasting and skipping meals are 2 totally different things. I'm talking more about skipping meals and not fueling your body the right way. So let's jump into the first reason why skipping meals hurts your fat loss goals. Number 1, over time, your body will naturally slow down its metabolism, so you'll start to burn fewer calories and have less energy overall. And like I said, I see this mistake in sales a lot, and it's because people just forget to eat because they're stuck on the grind, or they take intermittent fasting to the ultimate extreme because they're trying to lose as much stubborn fat as possible in the quickest amount of time. And why this doesn't work, because at the end of the day, you still got to hit a certain amount of calories regardless for your body and your goals, right? Everyone's body's different. Everyone's goals are different, even when it comes with losing stubborn fat, but you still have to eat the right amount of calories for your goals, for your body to naturally start to let go of the stubborn fat. And when you're not doing that, it makes it 10 times harder to lose stubborn fat because your body starts to have irregular hormones. It doesn't go through its natural cycle well, and it just sends your body into a constant state of stress, guys. So what can you do in order to obviously not have your metabolism be super slow is you got to get the right amount of calories for your body type and your goals and how much stubborn fat you're trying to lose within the time frame you're trying to lose it. And I could drop a link to a calculator in the description below so you can figure out what that number may be for you, especially in the time frame of you want to lose 15, 20, 30 plus pounds of stubborn fat, whatever that timeline looks for you. But you got to dial in the right amount of calories so that way as long as you eat this amount of food on a daily basis, you will lose stubborn fat on a consistent week-to-week basis. So that is first things first. Get those in so that way your body starts to boost its metabolism naturally and you start to burn more calories around the clock. Number 2, why skipping meals hurts fat loss is it hurts your muscle growth overall. Like I said, people, when it comes to fat loss, they just think about the number on the scale. And most people don't know that the number on the scale is a combination of, how much muscle mass you have, how much body fat, how much water weight, all that stuff. Most people just think it's all fat, and which sends them into a mental spiral of freaking out because they think they're a lot more overweight than they actually are, right? So when you don't eat enough protein throughout your day, your body doesn't need to keep the muscle that it does have, so it just naturally lets it go. And when you are hurting your muscle growth and you're not eating enough protein and calories throughout the day, your body doesn't keep it. That's when your metabolism starts to get slower because as you lose more muscle, you start to naturally gain and store more body fat. And again, when you have more body fat than you do muscle mass, as I've said in other previous videos, your metabolism is naturally going to be slow. Because when you have more muscle mass than you do body fat, that's when your body's going to be operating at a high level. You're going to have more energy, and it's going to naturally burn more calories around the clock because more lean muscle mass ratio versus body fat, that's what makes an individual's body super healthy. Because again, if it's all just about weight, then the people who are skinny fat, just like I was when I first started my journey, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, been overweight, having to lose it, skinny fat, needing to gain muscle, is that you just, you have you're skinny, but you have a lot more body fat than muscle, and your body's still not going to be burning enough calories regardless. And I was a former soccer player and basketball player as well. So what can you do to get more protein in is that you have to eat a target of 0.8 to 1 grams of protein per pound of body weight, especially if you're on the skinny fat side, you need to put on more lean muscle. But if you're someone who's overweight, or you need to lose a lot of stubborn fat, like I was when I last worked in sports sales, just eat the amount of protein that your target weight is. So if you're 200 but you want to get down to 170, just eat 170 grams of protein per day. Or again, you can eat 0.8 to 1 gram, which will give you a range of where you should be on a daily basis, especially if eating 1 gram of protein is too much or it's not sustainable for you right now in the season of life you're in. Because once you do that, you're going to maintain the muscle mass that you do have. You're going to allow your body to build more muscle, and you pair that with eating the right amount of calories. Now your body is going to be operating, performing at a high level. You're going to have more energy, and your body's going to be able to let go of the body fat because you're keeping the muscle mass you do have and you're continuously building more, right? You can't replace muscle with body fat and vice versa. You have to build more in order for the body to let go of more body fat. So that's number 2, is make sure you're getting your protein in so you don't no longer hurt your muscle growth. And then number 3, why skipping meals hurts fat loss, is it leads to disordered eating. I see this mistake. I made this mistake. This is why I gained 30 pounds, in four and a half months when I was in my time in sports sales, is because I would skip meals throughout the day, or I would skip meals, like maybe skip breakfast, lunch, and then eat like a huge dinner, which led me to like snacking throughout the day, binge eating at night because I was so hungry and I wasn't feeling my body properly. Or I would eat pretty decent, Monday through Friday with, eating clean food, but skipping other meals, which would lead me to like going balls to the wall on the weekend, whether it was going out, partying, drinking, eating a lot of, McDonald's, pizza, Chick-fil-A late at night on the weekends, which again, in return makes, you consume a lot more calories than you should be, which naturally you start to erase a week or two of progress in one shot. Right. And with this disordered eating, I started to develop a negative, a bad relationship with food. And that's what happens to most people, is when they're skipping meals, is because they're on this roller coaster of barely eating and then binge eating, barely eating, then binge eating. And then you start to feel this lot of guilt, shame, and now you're stuck in this shitty cycle. And now you don't even want to eat in general. And also, when you are in a place of disordered eating or not eating throughout your days, your body adapts to that. So now your hunger levels are messed up, your hormones are messed up because you don't even want to eat because you don't have the energy. And that's where it causes the downward domino effect of your body naturally, slowing down your metabolism, and you're burning less calories, even if you are going to the gym a lot, even though you are getting sleep, right? If you're not on point with your nutrition, eating the right amount of food, and you're constantly in this up and down state of, not eating, binge eating, not eating, binge eating, that's just going to throw your body off altogether. And then again, it turns into more of a mental game than just following, a proven strategy or like a consistent strategy is going to get you to losing the stubborn fat, guys. So how do you overcome skipping meals? Because you don't want to obviously lead to disordered eating. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate to where I've been, or where, out there that other people in sports sales have been as well. And that's following the 80-20 rule, guys. That's 80% of the time have, clean, healthy food, 20% of the time have fun, live it up your life, because that ratio, again, you're fueling your body with the right amount of food, nutrients, calories, right? And you're gonna naturally feel better. It's going towards your results along with the protein. And then 20% of the time you have fun, so that way you can stay in the game mentally, have fun with the journey, and not fall off with consistency. Because again, when you're disordered eating or you're skipping meals, that's huge amounts of restriction that's naturally gonna demotivate you and not want you to stick with the journey. Or you're going to lead to losing and gaining the same amount of 15 to 30 pounds or just stubborn fat you've been trying to lose for the last 5-10 years plus, even maybe since your athletic days in college. So guys, those are the 3 reasons why skipping meals will hurt your fat loss results. And if you follow these 3 quick steps, you'll start to lose stubborn fat with ease, and that way you'll be able to go back to eating a regular schedule, fueling your body properly. So not only you look better on a daily basis when you lose stubborn fat, you have more, you're toned, you have more muscle, you have more confidence. It's also going to make you feel better, which is going to also naturally help you perform better with your sales career, making more money. And now you have the best of both worlds of now your bank account's looking good, you have great relationships with others, and you also now have a great relationship with yourself, and you're more confident when you look in the mirror. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys. to understand why skipping meals hurts fat loss. And again, it's different than intermittent fasting. I'll do another video on intermittent fasting and my thoughts on it. But again, they're two totally different things. So stop skipping meals and fuel your body the right way. And I guarantee you'll start to see 10 times the amount of results in being stuck in this shitty cycle. And as always, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn or Instagram. And if you ever feel like you need a proven strategy, reach out. We can see if we'd be a fit to work together and see what that may look like for you. And as always, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like, comment, and obviously send to any people you feel like need to hear this training out there. And as always, family, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Peace.